Hello, welcome to class, and this is the seventh module of the course Carpentry. We'll be looking at carpentry. Roofing carpentry. Roofing carpentry is a critical aspect of building construction that focuses on creating strong, durable, and aesthetically appealing roof structure. The roof serves as a protective barrier against weather elements while contributing to the structural stability and also visual appeal. And by the end of this module, you will be able to acquire the skill needed to construct roofs that are functional, durable, and also safe and visually pleasing. Roof carpentry is a specialized and technically demanding branch of building construction, which focuses on the design, the layout, fabrication, assembly, and also the maintenance of roof structure. And key function of roof include one, to provide first line of defense against environmental elements like rain, sun, wind, and the likes. And the second one is that it distributes loads effectively to wall and also foundations. And lastly, is it defines architectural character and the aesthetic appeal of such a building. Core competence requires competency required, and the first one is load distribution. That is understanding load, live load, the leaf load, and also environmental forces. Another competence is angle and geometrics, and this is calculating roof pitch, slope, and also complex intersections. The next is joint strength, which deals with engineering connection to resist tension, comprehension, and also shared forces. The next is material knowledge, which is understanding timber species, strength property, and also decay resistance. And the last one is roof covering. Roof covering, and this is the knowledge of installation required for various materials. Let's look at the types of roof structure that we have. And roof structure actually vary depending on architectural design, the climate, and also the material availability. The first one we'll be discussing on is the gable roof, and this is actually two sloping side meeting at the center. Two sloping side meeting at the center, and the advantage of this is actually it's simple design. It's known for a simple design, efficient water drainage, good ventilation, and easy construction. And it is used for residential building, cottages, and also small commercial structure. The next is the hip structure and hip roof. Hip roof. And for hip roof, under this type, all sides slope downward towards wall at a gentle angle, and advantage includes strength, stability, better performance in high wind area, and overhang protection, and it's used for residential and commercial building in windy region. We have the flat roof. The flat roof, and when we talk about the flat roof, this is nearly horizontal with a slight slope for drainage. Advantage include modern appearance, terrace usability, and easier construction for large areas. And it's used for commercial building, modern homes, and industrial structure. You have the gambrel roof, and this is two-sided roof with two slope on each end with the lower slope steeper. Advantage include maximizing attic space for storage or living area, and it's used for barns, the garages, and also um, some residential building. We also have the mansard roof, and this is a four-sided roof with two slopes and each other on each side, where the lower slope is steep, and it provides additional living space and also offers an elegant appearance. It is commonly used for residential building with attic apartment and French-inspired architecture. You have the truss roof, a composed, which is composed of triangular units called trusses and made from timber or steel. It provides strength with the less material and is easy to fabricate, and it is suitable for large span also. We have the skillion roof or shed roof, and this is a single slope um, surface without a ridge, and it offers simple design, easy water runoff, and is suitable for solar panel installation. It is used for modern homes, extension, carports, and also lintels. We have roofing materials used in construction, and we will start by looking at the timber. Timber and its advantage is that it's strong, versatile, easy to work with, and allows complex design. And when should it be considered? What you need to consider requires treatment for termites, um, decay, moisture. And we have the zinc, which is a galvanized sheet. And advantage is that it's lightweight, corrosion resistant, and long lasting, easy to install aspect. And you need to consider the noise during heavy rain, periodic maintenance needed. Also for that, there is also the asphalt shingles, and for this, it's actually affordable, easy to install, and it has various color and good waterproofing. However, you need to consider the shorter lifespan and may fade under sun exposure. There's also the clay or concrete tile, and for this, it's long lasting, fire resistance, excellent insulation, visually visually appealing, and it's actually heavy and requires strong support and labor intensive. There is also a slate, and this is extremely durable, fireproof, natural appearance, and low maintenance. However, it is very heavy, expensive, and requires skilled labor. You also have the corrugated steel or aluminum, and for this, it's lightweight, strong corrosion resistance, and also long lifespan. However, it may require coating to prevent rust, expansion, or contraction consideration. And the last, another is a thatch, and it's actually known for its natural insulation, but is aesthetically appealing, and it is also environmentally friendly. However, it is flammable, it needs frequent maintenance, and it has a shorter lifespan. And the last one is the modern synthetic material, the PVC, the fiberglass, and the likes. And it's actually they are known for lightweight, it's flexible, translucent, and options and corrosion resistant. However, it's suitable for greenhouses, patios, and modern application. To select this, you have to look at the climate, the weight, the cost, and also the aesthetics. These are very important to look into. Roof measurement and layout techniques. Accurate measurement and layout ensures structure soundness, proper fit, and also alignment. And measuring the roof. In measuring the roof, you have to determine the roof span, you have to determine the roof pitch or angle, you have to calculate rafter length, and that is applying Pythagorean theorem based on rise and run, and then you include allowance to heat. For the layout techniques, There is need for full-scale layout, where you draw templates on ground or workshop floor for complex roof. There is also need for trigonometric layout. The square method is important here too, and this is a technique. And another technique is the plumb line and spirit level, where you ensure vertical and horizontal alignment. Let's look at a step-by-step guide to roof framing. Roof framing creates the skeletal structure that supports roofing material and ensure stability. And material include timber, the nails, screw bolts, metal brackets or connectors, plywood or sheeting. And two required include tape roll, saw, hammer, nail gun, spirit level and plumb line, square and chalk line, and drill machine. Steps involved include designing and planning, where you determine the roof type to be used, and then you measure and mark, which is measuring the roof span, the rise, and the slope accurately, and you mark timber components clearly for cut, joint, and also positioning to ensure precision. The next is cutting rafter and beams, and this is cutting after ridge beams and also purlins to exact dimension. This ensure all angles are precise to proper alignment for proper alignment during assembly. Um, Also, the next one is constructing the ridge and wall plate. That is, you secure the ridge beam at the roof peak and attach wall plates along the top of supporting the wall to distribute weight evenly. Then the next is installing rafter, and the next is adding pulling and bracing. You check the alignment and leveling and also the sheeting. For the zinc roof installation, you need the zinc, the ridge cap, and flashing the nail, you and the sealant or roof adhesive. And the tools required include tape measure, hammer or screw gun, thin snip or metal cutting saw, ladder, and scaffolding, chalk line, and the likes. And the step include one, preparing and measurement, where you measure the roof dimension to be able to design or determine the number and size of zinc sheets to be used. And then the next is installation of wall flashing and underlay. Uh, you place waterproof underlay across the roof to provide leak protection. The next is placing zinc sheet. Placing zinc sheets, that is, you start at the lower edge of the roof and work upward. You start at the lower end and work upward. And we overlap sheet according to the manufacturer's instruction to prevent water penetration. And then the next is fixing sheets to purlin, and that is secure the sheets with screw or nail, ensuring rubber washer are used to prevent leaks. Also, the next one is installing of ridge cap. Installing of ridge cap, and for this, you place ridge cap along the roof peak and seal joint with roofing sealant to be able to ensure water tightness. The next is trimming and finishing, where you cut excess materials at edges and also value for neat finishes. And you inspect for a possible gap or loose at any point. Safety precautions include or practice include personal protection equipment, that is, you wear safety harnesses when walking on steep roof. Also, there should be fall protection. Also, it's important to look at the material handling, where you lift material safely using proper posture and mechanical aid. Another is weather consideration, where you avoid roofing during heavy rain, strong wind, or lightning storm. And the next is tool safety. That is, you keep tools organized to prevent tripping hazard. The next is training and supervision. That is, you ensure all workers are trained in roofing techniques and emergency procedure. In conclusion, um, the module on roof carpentry equips you as a learner with essential knowledge and practical skills to plan, construct, and also maintain durable and aesthetically appealing roof. Mastery of these concepts allows carpenters to be able to construct roofs that withstand environmental stresses while enhancing building value and also visual appeal. Thank you.